Here in Sacramento, California, to see what we can find at this Goodwill in under 2 hours. Can we make extra money thrifting as a side hustle in 2024? Watch to see what I find in today's video and see what recently sold in the sections I am looking in. Let's go. I recently purchased the Universal Studios jacket at another Goodwill for under $10, and it sold in approximately 30 days for $44. With a quick look at sell-through rate, you would ask, why did mine sell so fast? Universal Studios jean jacket, there were 78 listed on eBay and 26 sold for 33% sell-through. Add XL to that search and there are 60 listed with 8 sold for 13% sell-through. Now visually check the 60 and only 18 were actually XL listings. Most were Jurassic Park and Stranger Things. And there were 7 solds when you added XL at 40% sell-through. The prices were all above $60 for the most part and brand new. So I chose to go for $49.99 for mine and sent a 10% off promotion that sold it for $44.99. Pretty decent sell. In the video you can see me looking at this wool pant and jacket suit. It's kind of interesting looking. It had union tags, but it had no brand. I'm not used or accustomed to selling something like that, so I wasn't sure if that would be worth listing in my store, so I left it behind. We're also going to talk about what not to do. Bad buy alert. I bought this jacket thinking it was a Tesla brand and did not even look it up. Come to find out it's an outdoor and athletic wear brand, not related to Tesla at all. 65 listed with 2 solds, and one of those solds is mine. Phew! Never again, hard pass, glad I sold my jacket. Sometimes the best inventory is from your house. If you're new to reselling, sell things around your house that you're not wearing anymore. This was my wife's. She's no longer this size. It was time to get rid of it. Had it listed for $12.99. Somebody sent me an offer for $8.99. Took it. It's gone. Alright, I picked this Orvis flannel up for resale. I listed it for $22.99. But should I have done it? If you look on eBay, there's 44 listed with 4 solds for a 9% sell-through. If you look at double XL, there's 17 listed with 3 sold, so there's 17% sell-through. Overall, I wouldn't recommend this. I'm an XXL size, so this flannel is going to be mine if I don't sell it by next winter. I do love the double pockets and the heavy weight of the flannel itself. This next jacket's been in my store over a year. It was a Huntex jacket. There was 3 listed with 2 solds, one being my sell. This had a broken or a snap that wasn't working on the very top, which I didn't think impacted it much. Would I sell that again? Probably not for the dollars sunk for how long it took to sell, especially with the flaw. If I knew that I had the flaw, I should have returned it, moved on to the next product. I think that Huntex probably does sell well, but there's not a lot of sales to really prove it. But I think there's some customer base out there. Alright, it's time to transition into the men's shirts, which I seem to source the most this winter. If you're not onto this brand, this is the Dixon flannel brand. It sells really well out here in the West Coast. If you can find these, they sell for a good price point, but you gotta wait to get that price point. They will sell a lot faster at lower price points. Another thrifting video find, this Cal Bear jersey's #1. It's sold for $34.99 in less than a month. This is the kind of flip we want. High sell-through within 30 days. In essence, tripling or quadrupling our money. Really nice. While going through, I find this PGA Tour cable knit sweater. It's looking positive. I'm going to start quality control checking it. I'm starting to see some issues with it. There's some massive holes in the collar. This is no-go. I didn't even look it up because of that, but I would have just because the PGA Tour with cable knit. I think those cable knit sweaters do have a market, and then you add PGA Tour, it might have been worthwhile, but not with holes. About 3 months ago, I purchased this Eli Diamond men's Western Pearl Snap shirt for under $10. I think it was like $7 or $8.99. I had it listed for $30. Ended up taking an offer for $20 just to get the quick double. But I think I could have held on and sold it for more. I keep looking at Tommy Hilfiger's shirts even though I know they have a 10% sell through. Unless they're really colorful, crazy prints, I should pass always. Alright, my second pickup from this thrifting trip is this vintage Joe Glazer pattern print rayon dress shirt, size XL. We purchased it for $6.99 and listed it for $34.99. This one doesn't have a lot of eBay listing backings to support sell-through, but I'm taking a risk knowing that I got a great print. Not the best material, but it's the look, the style, and a vibe from the 80s and 90s that I think would sell eventually. And if I take an offer in the 20s, I'm still making a good profit. If you're new to watching my channel, thanks for staying on this far. While I started YouTube in January, I've been reselling part-time for almost 2 years now, making approximately $2,000 profit per month after fees and expenses, everything done. My goal is to show those with a full-time job that you can make extra cash with a side hustle and a full-time job. Thrifting is an amazing side hustle, and using eBay, I am able to turn on and off my store as needed to balance when my main job takes me out of town. The hardest part is gaining knowledge to find out what sells on the eBay platform and where to obtain these items. My channel will focus on teaching the sourcing opportunities, what sells, and how to sell your items on eBay or other methods. Always watch to the end as I slip in nuggets of information throughout the videos, and you never want to miss something that could be a game changer to your reselling business. My secondary purpose is to support those who like to watch reselling content. I appreciate you as well and seek to show you where I unearth treasures from in Northern California and beyond when I get a chance. And as always, you can help support my channel by subscribing and liking the videos and watching them all the way through. In this reselling business, you have to adapt to what you can source for a low price to sell high. Early on, I focused on books and got tired of the grind of scanning, and more scanning to find worthy inventory. Because I can't be at my local thrifts when books are put out, I know the scanners have beaten me to them by the time I get off work. Also, Goodwill in my area has books marked up pretty high, so there's no real profit to be made on high sell-through books. This caused me to search for more inventory, and clothing was the most abundant. I have not regretted adding men's shirts to my arsenal, as the majority of my sales today are in this category. Next is this Lululemon men's water repellent hiking shirt. I got this shirt at another thrifting video, under $10. I took an offer. I had it listed for $30. It sold for $20. I did this because the sell-through was not great on this model shirt, and I wanted to recoup my money and move on as quickly as possible to find a better product. I just got a little overexcited that I found a Lululemon shirt. Should have checked the model a little bit more thoroughly. If you see me pass up a shirt that's got a $20 profit or higher, please let me know in the comments so I can put it in my future keep an eye out mental log for future videos, because I want to learn as well. There's so much to learn in this category. You can't know it all, and so the more we share together, the better we all become. I recently sold the San Jose Sharks jersey. I bought it at a yard sale for $5. It sold for $20. It took about 6 to 8 months to sell, and right now we're in hockey season, so this is as expected. It should sell during the season. Glad to get the sell. Another recent sell is this vintage Western Fashions men's pearl snap shirt, size medium. I got it for about $5 or $6.99. It sold on offer of $22.49. Not a bad pickup. These Western shirts, especially with the embroidery and extra flair, seem to sell really well for me. And sometimes I take an offer around the $20 to $25 price point. You'll notice while I'm going through, I'll look at a lot of things and I'll put it to the side. What I'm doing is I'm putting it in a cart to research later, because while you're in the thrift store, get everything in your cart so other people can't source it. You got to beat them to it. You're always keeping an eye out for the special racks and other bins that are coming out with fresh product. You need to jump to those when they come out. But get your stuff in a cart and look it up later. Save yourself enough time at the end to research everything so you don't leave with a bunch of bad buys. Sink your money into a bunch of stuff that's going to sit in your garage for multiple years before you realize you should have never picked it up in the first place. The name of this game is to get better at listing higher sell-through inventory, and by doing that, you just got to get the eye for what a good shirt looks like, quality material is like, and also what people are willing to buy. It doesn't matter what you thought you know from back when. Like Tommy Hilfiger, I was a kid of the 80s and 90s, right? Tommy Hilfiger was big. It does not mean Tommy Hilfiger is big right now. And Tommy Hilfiger is on the comeback, but I can't use my other knowledge. I have to use the knowledge of what's on eBay, what's selling right now. And that is the way we get better and become a reseller that's going to stay in the game, because you learn it now, but you need to relearn and be able to do this research for yourself as you go. And that's how you master being a really good reseller who's going to last no matter what happens in the economy and what people are buying or not buying, because you're always going to be on to the next thing that's selling really well. All right, let's switch over to the jeans and see what we can find here. All right, Adriano Goldschmied, or AG jeans, are kind of an under the radar jeans where most resellers don't know about them, most thrifts don't know about them, and most sellers don't know about them. So they're a good quality jean that sells for a decent price. Be on the lookout for these and look them up. All right, another great brand is this Ariat brand of blue jeans. In my area, you got rodeo, cowboy, western, workwear. Ariat means all of that, and it's everywhere. You see a lot of people wearing it. Keep an eye out for this and look them up. The next listing shows a pair of Levi's that did not go for much money. I would 100% say don't pick up 512 Levi's from thrifts or over from anywhere else for about $1 to $2 for resale. I got mine from a storage locker, so it was okay. But I also should mention that you want to look to see if they are made in the USA, vintage, salvage jeans made in Japan. Those 512s you would pick up. But otherwise, modern, not made in USA, they don't sell fast or for high dollars. My second talking point here is to see that the tag that I listed says 36 by 34, but my measurement shows 34 by 31. Always measure before listing and in the thrift, because the jeans may be modified to a super small size like the 25 inseam, which dramatically lowers the sell-through. But also clothing shrinks in different ways, and sometimes it expands, so the waist might be 2 inches larger because somebody actually stretched it out. So your buyer's going to want to know all that. Put that much detail into your listing, and you'll get better sales. The Christmas and the seasonal aisle. It is shocking that you can find and sell Christmas throughout the year. Now, knowing what to look for and find is a lot more of an art than a science for this category, but I will say you can still check sell-throughs, but it just really has to be something that people really want. Their mother had one. They want to replace it. This Fitz and Floyd brand right here used to be a major retailer. If it's new, like in the box, pretty well off and nice, I will sell those. I've sold a bunch, maybe 5 to 10 boxes like that. Anything without a barcode, super vintage. Definitely look them up. And then I sell bags of ornaments, like bags of toys, but bags of ornaments. If they have a theme and you can lot them together, it makes sense to sell them. People do all kinds of things where they need to populate a tree with ornaments, and they might be the house manager at a recovery center and need a bunch of ornaments. So there are always people out there hunting for ornaments. The more odd, the more not standard, the better. So I had Santa riding a clove of garlic. That sold for like $8 for one ornament. Those kind of things, Western, all kinds of different themes sell really well. Just make sure they don't look like your average Target brand stuff that they can get for cheaper locally. I have not gotten into the vintage Halloween kind of stuff yet. I have a couple pieces of Halloween, but they haven't sold well for me. So this is an area of needs improvement that I will look into. You got to pick a category a week, or and stick to it until you're really good at that section before moving on to another category. And like I said, it's based on seasonality and what's selling. You kind of want to be in the right categories preceding a season where things will sell well, so that you can get them listed before the season hits to up your sales. But I do like and love the anything holiday, so I do want to up my game in every part of holiday. If you know a really good Halloween thing that sells really well, put it in the comments. Alright, it's mug life time. If you've watched any of Gary Vaynerchuk's content, you know that he always talks about mug life. I got into reselling just with his encouragement to just pull the trigger and start doing it, start learning it. That was 2 years ago, and I did source mugs. Let's show you some of the things I recently sold. Okay, most of the mugs I get at the thrift store and Goodwills are 50 cents to $1 unless marked otherwise. Look at this Denim Chinese astrology mug. Chinese astrology and astrology mugs sell well. Recent sell in the Sagittarius astrological mug. And these mugs, I have 2 shelves. I don't go over my 2 shelves limit on mugs. They go dormant for sales at some point, and I'll tell you, I found a way to revive my sales in the category. You delist them all, and you sell similar, put them back in. Somehow it feeds the algorithm, and it gets it back to getting sales again. If you don't know about this, message me in the comments. You want me to make a video on that, and I'll put that. But that's a way I revive my sales. Be always on the lookout for these tiki type mugs. They sell for good money, and some of them are collectors. They're hard to find. Okay, moving into shorts. We're coming up on better weather out of the winter, so I have to put shorts in my arsenal. I have never really sourced shorts, so I am brand new to this, looking through this section for anything I can list. I come up on these Polo Ralph Lauren mint green chino shorts, relaxed fit. They sell for $24.99. I got them for a decent price point. Let's see what the sell, how fast they go for me. But I'm thinking I'm going to stay light in this category until I can find more shorts that go for a higher dollar. I don't know about you, but the stress of trying to thrift in 2 hours with so many sections, you could spend well over 2 hours combing every inch. You got to kind of go with what your strengths are, start where you have a lot of knowledge base, and then transition into other areas with other potential. When I start to run out of time, I quickly go through the jeans, and I'm less thorough than I normally would be, but I'm looking for something that's on the edge, quality. Women's jeans, you can almost do a sidewalk, flared leg bottoms, quality jean material, something out of the ordinary, embroidery. So when I'm in a crunch, I just start wheeling around to try to find a little bit more inventory, because I know my goal is to have about $200 profit from 2 hours. If I can make that, that's $20 an average profit for 10 items, and that's kind of the goal. But it's super stressful, so I start hustling around trying to find other items that fit this mold. I like sourcing very baggy Y2K skater hip hop type pants, and every now and again the maternity or large women's area has these pants put here. And oh, look what I found. Some Karl Kani gold jeans, men's 40 by 32, black denim, dark wash. Listed them for $90. I might not get that price, but what if I get it just for half that price? Paying $12.99, it's totally worth it. These types of pants are in right now. But take your time, do the research while you're in the store. Don't sink $12.99. Look, I pulled my phone right out because I don't know this brand that well. There are other brands I can tell you on the spot I would pick it up without looking it up. But this is one of those brands I just didn't know a lot about. It was the dollar amounts there for what the potential, so I definitely got these things listed in my store. All right, let's see how we did. We got 4 things today for a total eBay sale price of $172.96. We take off 30% of eBay fees of $51.89. We had a buy cost of $34.96, so the expected potential profit is $86.11. This is expected. I'll probably take offers lower than that. So 2 hours spent, $86, still not bad. Every day is not going to be a banger. You have to look at the averages, not focus on just one day or on your high day or your low day. What we want is the average to be really in our favor, and the more we can find quantity and quality, the higher our numbers will be for sourcing. So until next time, thanks for watching. Keep grinding, keep researching, have fun, and most importantly, be kind.